Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I am here with a very quick DIY for my micro planner. So I have been loving being in my cute little micro planner, and I have wanted to see if I could upgrade it just the slightest bit so that way I can add a pin loop. And so I did bring some supplies out. I think this will be very straightforward, very easy to put together. But I have my arc punch. I like using this instead of the Happy Planner punch just because it is a shallower punch. The stem of the mushroom is not quite as thick or as deep as the Happy Planner punch, and also this punch is just stronger in my opinion than the Happy Planner punch. And so I'm going to be using that on this pack of these are like basically card pockets. I'm going to link this from Amazon in the description if you're interested in finding these. I ended up purchasing these after doing a ton of research, but these card pockets are, I don't know if you can see, but it's like a little bit more than 3 inches. It's 3 1/8 inches, and then in terms of height it is a little bit less than 4 inches, so it's actually to me a little like perfect for the 3x4 micro size. Again, just a little bit more, like a little bit wider than the 3 inches for the micro, but otherwise perfect. And so what I'm going to do is grab 2 of these. I ended up purchasing, I think it's a set of 30. Yeah, so a 30 pack. And again, I will link this in the description so you can find that. And then the other thing that I purchased from Amazon was this. It is, well, it's kind of cut off, but it's a 12 pack of what are basically pin holders or pin loops. I did purchase the set that is black. And again, I think very straightforward kind of process. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully this is like not an epic fail. But these card pockets are basically, you know, just like you peel off the back and you can stick it anywhere. I like using these just to be able to put cards. Like you can put these on like the front covers of a Happy Planner and have a spot to put like small stickers, things like that. But I also, for the micro, don't have, I mean, it's just too big to put directly on the cover. And so what I think would work really well is if I put them back to back with each other. And since I'm already putting it back to back, I think I'm going to add the pin loop in the middle, right? And then that's pretty much it. I'm just going to be kind of using the adhesive for these 3 items to adhere it all kind of together. No tape required because it's all self-adhesive, and then I'm just going to punch it and put it into my planner. So again, I think fairly straightforward, super quick and easy. I think I'm going to start with peeling off 1, and then let's get the pin loop in here in between the 2 layers. All right, I want the pin loop to be kind of high just because I feel like when you put a pin in, you want it to be pretty high, I think, so that way it can, you know, be there. And especially with the micro, like if you put it kind of in the middle, then the pin is just kind of dangling down too far, so I want it up there. So I'll put it, I probably could have put it a little bit higher, but I think it's okay like that. And then I'm going to peel this other side, and this is the part where we have to make sure that we're aligning it really well. I'm going to, I think, use my fingers here and just make sure that it lines up really well with this bottom edge. And then I'm going to put it down just like that. All right, and I love these card pockets just because you can put, like, again, like little stickers, or I have maybe just like this one example. This is like a tattoo, but you can just like slip it in there. You can keep like small stickers in there. I actually like to use this, like I just take like a regular letter size piece of paper. So I grabbed an example here and I just fold it in into fourths. So I fold it into fourths pretty much in all directions. I tried to do this in thirds, but I feel like that's just, it doesn't work quite as well. So I fold it twice that way, and then twice this way, right? And so it's just like a nice, neat, compact size, and I stick it in there, and that's just kind of how I do it. So that's how I use these pockets. And now I've added this extra kind of middle layer with the pin, and I can add a pin in here with my new my own DIY design of the pin loop. So I've got to make sure that it's glued all the way down. I'm going to unlock it, and then to punch it, I just need to use 4 punches, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball it you want it to have the 4 punches kind of be centered. And the way I look is just to make sure there's about the same amount of gap to the next punch. And then just make sure it's all the way in. Press down to punch. And I don't think you can see it, but it is punched. So let's get this in here. I'm gonna stick it just here at the very front. Actually, I'm going to put it for this week, because one thing I'm noticing is I have like made this like super chunky at this point, and I need to be able to find my page really quickly. And so now this will be like triple, quadruple duty, where I have 2 pockets, a pin loop, and now I'm using this also as my bookmark for my planner. I should be on screen, but it's perfect. All right, let's try a pen. Okay, the one I grabbed was this Sarasa clip pen from Zebra that I got from Go Wild, and I'm just gonna stick it on here. Again, it is a micro size, so you can see it's like actually pretty dangly, even where it is, and so, you know, I definitely feel like a mini pen, like just like the ones that are like half size or 2/3 size would work better, but I really just needed to like keep the pen. I probably could have, if I am just kind of rethinking it or redoing it, I might have moved the pin loop in a little bit further, but also with it hanging out like this, this far out, I can turn it this way and have that clip be that way, and have enough space to be able to fit another. And you'll notice the way that I use these pin loops is that I basically clip it into use the clip to clip it in. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to put the highlighter on here, just because of the spacing here. But if I just use the clip instead of putting the pin itself in there, usually I'm able to get 2 in there. I don't know if I can. I think it's more so the highlighter is really struggling. Just that highlighter clip is like very tight, right? So yeah, I'm able to like get 2 in there. It does look a little funky, as you can see here, but mostly that's just because this planner is so tiny, and so it looks kind of awkward like that, with like where it hangs. But again, I think it works really well to be able to use the clip and be able to clip 2 pins in there. But if that's not what I want to do, then of course I can put the pin in I guess the typical way. This pin is just thick, so I don't think that this will work. The Sarasa clip is a little bit thicker than normal. Just using a regular ballpoint pen, yeah, it looks just fine. All right, again, I don't prefer putting it in there. I just normally use the clip to clip it. But this is like a regular ballpoint pen, the Papermate Inkjoy, and it fit just fine in there, as you know, as it's, I guess, meant to fit in there, with like just being pulled down through the barrel. But yeah, again, like I said, super short and simple DIY to be able to make card pockets here. I love these card pockets. Again, they're self-adhesive, but I used 2 of them and glued them, or like basically adhered them to each other, but with the pin loop in here. And so I've kind of like redesigned this, and I'm ready to go. So exciting! Isn't that cute? Sorry for the mess for my micro planner, but it's messy because I am actually using it. So I'm excited to be able to do a quick and simple DIY for my micro now that can help me keep a pen here. And so that's it. Super quick and easy, right? Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.